I started Marco 20 years ago. 20 years is a long time. 2 decades of success, of growth, and of doing things in a different way. The reason I started Marco is the real question to ask. I started as a journalist. Then I joined an advertising agency, and finally I found my destination, which is communication. So I joined a PR agency as a junior, grew the ranks, ended up managing partner 4 years later, also managing the network that agency belonged to, called Echo. And then I wanted to buy the agency, but unfortunately we didn't agree on the price. Actually, fortunately, because I was way too young to have my own agency. But that's when the idea of owning and developing an agency started. So 20 years ago, I decided to repeat the success that I achieved at Edelman, but for myself, hence starting Marco. Fast forward 20 years from then, we are now present in 17 locations with close to 200 people. That includes all of you watching this documentary. And I think in total close to 20 business units if you include the services, the practices, and also building brands and managing reputations.
For Match.com campaign, Marco's objective was to generate news and position Match.com after its launch in Spain as the online dating platform with the most users who were single in the world. To make this plan a reality, Marco came up with a creative campaign on the occasion of a very special day for the brand, Valentine's Day. To celebrate this special day, we didn't just make big news, we broke a Guinness World Record with the construction of 7-ton chocolate heart in the center of Madrid. Imagine the dimensions of the project. It was so big. We spent a whole week making the chocolate structure, not only with pastry chefs, but also with a team of architects working day and night during 7 days and 7 nights to build that huge structure of chocolate.
The first one, 2 years old, Match.com. We created the category of online dating. We invented the World Guinness Record, 7 tons of chocolate shaped in a heart, enlisting Rocio Madrid from the Most Viewed TV program as the madrina for the whole event. It created a tsunami of media coverage, not just in Spain, but in 17 countries during St. Valentine's Day. That campaign was the first one that reaped many awards, both in Spain and internationally.
This campaign for Match.com was a clear commitment to 3 main pillars that are still part of our DNA today: creativity, applied to communication and focus on customer needs; a 360 degrees approach, since the Match.com campaign included an event, celebrity endorsement, content development, media relations, advertising; and the third pillar, results orientation. The campaign exceeded all the objectives. Match.com dominated the conversation during Valentine's Day. We achieved more than 45 minutes on TV in Spain and qualitative coverage in all national press.
Invest in Morocco and Match.com they are very special because I think they were actually the first of many multi-market campaigns that we did with a 360 degrees approach. We did them in a moment where no one was talking about 360 and no one was working like globally or G-local, like global level and with a local focus.
What was really so different with Invest in Morocco? Well, I think it was the first campaign that really ended up being global. It was the first campaign where we really had a substantial part in advertising. We did a TV spot that was running on CNN, on the main TV channels in France, in Germany, in Italy, in the UK, in Spain. We invented a whole new category. We actually took over a whole section on Usine Nouvelle and Expansion, dedicated to specific countries. So we innovated a lot. We had print campaigns, we had digital campaigns. So we stepped away from our core business that, well, was the start of Marco, which was media relations. That was a breakthrough. We realized we could be really good at doing stuff internationally and multi-service.
Invest in Morocco was one of our first multi-market clients. We developed for them a 360 degrees communication plan that included our first advertising campaign. Netflix meant building the video-on-demand category in Spain, a new way of understanding entertainment in our country. It was a huge challenge to the scope of work and the task, and was a very ambitious project for all the team involved and for the brand as well.
I need to think back. That was 2015. And how did we win the other clients? I think that's, as we always do, working as a team. I remember that they called us from the States, that this big client, Netflix, was looking for an agency in Spain and Portugal, and they had selected just a very few companies, and we were one of them. By that moment, I mean, many years ago, 2015, no one knew about Netflix. I mean, we were, I think at that moment, not aware all the good that this client was going to bring to the company. And yeah, but we knew about Netflix, of course. We were following them as a company. They were doing great stuff in communications. So we, of course, wanted to win the client, yes or yes. So we worked as a team, as we always do. We showed them all the experience that we had in the sector. We went, of course, with the best professionals that we have, and with two ingredients that make us unique, and that is creativity and passion. And I think that was the perfect match for them to decide counting with Marco. We have the same values and communication, the same vision that Netflix had. A very innovative way of communicating, thinking outside the box and very results oriented.
I believe it's a huge transition and an exciting opportunity for us to become a real international, or I would even say a global or local player with strong operations in key markets in Europe, Latin and Africa. This is where we are today. But I think we're still in the early days. We have, of course, 17 offices, if I'm right, and we are now in the process of further building really dedicated teams on the ground in each of those locations.
Marco can be defined by 5 words: our values. We are ambitious, we are creative, we strive for excellence, we are sustainable, and last but not least, whatever we do it with a lot of passion.
Values are a kind of life buoy, right? As you say, una boya de vida, if I pronounce this well in Spanish. For a company, it should be, but it's for all of us. It's the kind of compass which accompany us on our journey, and it's basic values that make why people and clients want to join us. So our values need to resonate their values.
Well, Prime Video is one of the most challenging and exciting clients I've worked with. It forces you to be at your best all the time because they expect nothing but perfection, which is why I believe they sign up with Marco, because they know for sure we are going to be able to meet their requirements. Well, since Prime Video is one of the leading streaming services in Europe, I believe it gives us reputation. And also, since Marco has been the ongoing agency for Netflix for quite some time, it keeps helping Marco positioning to be the top agency in terms of entertainment.
I think, well, two key words to summarize them both. One, EUIPO, it's innovation. It's a European Union Intellectual Property Office, copyright, trademark, promoting awareness about the value of intellectual property. Without IP, we can't challenge the big ideas of society, and that's what we're there to do, to support them in that. So it's innovation for the EUIPO. The European Environment Agency, everything revolves around sustainability. Obviously it's biodiversity, it's climate change, but sustainability is this key umbrella term. It's no longer an add-on in communication, it's no longer a department, it's built in from the bottom up in political institutions, in private companies, and obviously communication agencies like Marco. So the key word is reputation. They belong to the reputation division, but of course the reputation they bring to Marco as a whole agency, as a company as a whole, is you can't put a price on it. These are two renowned, prestigious EU agencies. So not only having them in our portfolio as a credential, they also bring us stability because we have framework contracts.
Clients like Canva or Subway bring a real challenge. They are multi-market accounts that we love to manage. That is the type of client that we want to manage now and in the future. They give us the possibility to develop our work fully in all of the branches that we work in digital, for example. And it brings together a house, all of the teams, all of the markets, all the specialties. It's just a great opportunity to grow the business and to grow internationally, which is really Marco's DNA. Currently, we offer services in social media, both creating content, managing it, and managing the channels and the communities. And also, in the past, we've worked with influencer marketing and paid media campaigns as well. That is something that we are striving to continue to work with them.
DGEC is one of our clients leading Digital Education Action Plan, which is a 7-year initiative of the European Commission. It's one of the most important policy objectives of the Commission. And we have the chance to implement a 360 communication campaign for them, and this is the first one of this initiative. So it brings for us visibility on what is coming for DGEC in the next years, but also to contribute to such an important value and objective for the European Commission. Marco is a newcomer somehow, still in the EU funds tenders. It means that we bring new and fresh visions on a lot of things that maybe European organizations are looking for. Somehow we have also this 360 services. This is definitely something they're looking for. And on top of that, we have this knowledge of private clients, meaning that we can definitely be, we can answer challenges that maybe other agencies may not be familiar with.
To count with clients such Orlando means challenges, means because they allow us to face 360-degree communications campaigns. So I think they are always challenging us and trusting in these multi-channel or across channels campaigns, and this is a challenge for me. I think that clients such Orlando trust on us because we are able to offer them 360-degree communications, because we count on the specialists and the departments to do this within our agency. This means to work with the creativity department, that is Marco Advertising, but also we have the design department, the video productions department, the events production, also the social media universe and the digital universe, providing them services in influencers marketing, in paid digital media, but also in community management and content creation.
The new creative team has a very specific objective to create innovative concepts that provide our clients with strong, engaging campaigns that position their brands strategically. I think having an in-house creative department, it's a game changer that will allow Marco to provide its clients with fully integrated strategic campaigns that will impact their customers in every possible touchpoint. And not only that, but with a relevant, memorable creative message.
Kenz comes from Kenza, my daughter's name, and it means treasure. We strongly believe that our Kenz Foundation will make a real difference. We want to focus on providing scholarships and internships for students from Africa and Latam, and vice versa, as well internships for European students in companies based in Africa or Latin America. Juste un petit coup de pouce de notre part aiderait des talents à devenir de grandes personnes, de grands professionnels, y surtout que cela contribue a un better understanding. Yo creo que cada uno de nosotros, los que seguimos en Marco, los que se han ido, lo han vuelto, tenemos un punto que nos pone en común. La manada de delfines, somos buena gente y queremos contribuir en algo que sea real, porque al final ayudar con algo que puedas medir va a ver a Kenz Foundation como la base más importante para fomentar este better understanding. Y confío que la gente en Marco va a ser voluntaria, no, a lo siguiente.
Marco has a lot of potential in terms of people, not only because our staff's own potential, whom are the clear engine at Marco and have top quality standards, but for everything else that can be done in order to take our employees to the next level. We want people to bring their best version of them at work. We want people to thrive and be happy with Marco. How do I think Marco will be in 5 years in terms of people and culture? Well, by that time, we will already have established the basis, processes, and policies that will make us people-centric. That's how I see the Marco of the future, not only as a client-centric agency, but also a people-centric one. So in 5 years, I want that not only our client choose us because we're the best agency of the market, but also people choose us because we are a great place to work. I want Marco to be a reference in the communication sector because of our results and our management of people. You are the most important asset of Marco, and we want to take care of you.
For me, the core of Marco culture is the people. Why? Because we are about 200 consultants in Marco. I think if we move together, we grow together. Marco's values, there are several, but I will highlight definitely passion, which I think define perfectly what Marco is. Because anything that any client might request. And we only do that because we have passion.
Branded content is the future, and Marco is always looking towards the future. In this regard, I think that we are all expecting the same thing, namely many successes together and major growth. Being a part of Marco, I think that it has helped accelerate the progress of Carmela through access to new clients, new proposals, rapid growth in every sense, and above everything, a lot of enthusiasm for what lies ahead.
Africa Communications Group is Africa's first African-owned and Pan-African public relations and strategic communications company. And as we are not part of Marco, that changes the picture quite drastically, because we now have partners who are completely multicultural, very innovative, and ambitious in terms of what the future looks like. The most exciting part of it is that being able to share best practices. So the team in Africa is basically bringing our many, many years of experience to the table, our networks, our keen understanding of the market, the cultural nuances, and the landscape, the context in which we work.
Well, Marco is very big now. 200 people, 17 locations. Gear up, it's gonna fast get even bigger. Our IPO planned for October next year on the Euronext in Paris is gonna give us more financial muscle. It will allow us to go on an aggressive acquisition trip. We're looking at France, we're looking at Germany. We will also look at the UK and the US at the later stage to make targeted acquisitions that give us more muscle, more size in those markets. We're also looking at more digital agencies to be acquired. And I think that in 5 years from now, we might easily be billing around 100 million or even more, which means 5 times the size we have today. That offers a wealth of opportunity for everyone at Marco today to keep growing with the organization and to evolve, to do different things in different markets. And I really hope that together we will have fun on this voyage, and it will allow us to do things not only in a fun way, but in a different way and in a successful way.
I could say Marco is the place where somebody else's dreams are worked.
360 communication.
I'll describe Marco with one word, which is commitment.
Future, just future.
I would say growth, and I'm not just referring to business growth. We are in a constant evolution, wanting to be a better company, better professionals, always wanting to go a step further.
Pushing limits.
Marco, in one word, is its people, definitely.
Disruption.
Many, but I would choose excellence.
Marco, in one word, I'd have to say exciting.
If I could describe in one word, it would be daring.
If I have to choose just one word to define Marco, I would choose passion.
Marco is passion. It's passion for the work we do, it's passion for the team we work with, it's just passion.
Evolution, but at the professional level and business level, but also in the sense of personal growth.